Hey guys, in this video we'll go over how to use Field 1. So first we'll go into Dashboard. And the dashboard for ARM will load up, and this will show you your ADD, PUD, DCU, and revenue. And in order to get out of here, you just click the little back button. And then next we'll go to work orders. So on the work order screen, you'll see all of your calls, and these will be listed from old to new. And up here, where under it says work orders, will say all calls. If you click there, you'll have a drop down, and you'll have multiple views here that you can choose from. And the default's always going to be all calls. So in order to create a call, click the plus in the upper right corner, and you'll notice this screen will pop up where you will have to choose a primary incident type. That's going to be lift inspection, PM, or repair. So we'll do repair. And your store number. The only store numbers that will show in here are stores that are assigned to you. So we'll just choose this one. Then you'll want to choose your priority, and then put in your work order summary. And then you'll click save in the upper right. And once this saves, you'll notice tabs that populate at the bottom: info, equipment, and notes. The next tab you'll want to go to is equipment. And this is where you'll add the piece of equipment that you're working on. So you'll click the plus in the upper right, and you'll notice the drop down next to equipment. So choose your piece of equipment, and it will only list equipment at that location. So you'll notice it has the warranty end date, rental status, and hours, etc. So here you'll put whether the equipment is on rent, rent ready, or out of service. And it's required to put the hours of the piece of equipment. So for testing, I'll put 0. And then you'll want to click save in the upper right again. And here again, you'll see the tabs at the bottom populate. That's going to be your problem, parts, notes. And then you'll go to problem. And in order to put in a problem, you'll just click the plus in the upper right. And then you'll have a drop down of problem code. So we'll just choose some here. And it is required to put a problem, calls, and repair. And you'll also notice under each complaint, calls, and correction, these are your 3 C's. So basically you'll just put a brief summary here of the complaint, the calls, and the correction, and then just click save. So once you click save, you can either click save again or click the back button. So once it goes back, you'll see that your problem, calls, and repair is listed here. You can go back and add another problem, calls, and repair, and you can add as many as needed for that piece of equipment. Next, you'll go to parts. And in order to add a part, you click the plus in the upper right. And it's going to always default to used. But if you need to change it, you can go ordered or purchased. So if we go to used, you would choose your inventory product. So under used, under the inventory product, it will be all parts that you have in your truck. And under ordered will be all parts. So you can order any part needed. So you'll notice that it gives you the description of the part, and down at the bottom, the quantity that you have available in your stock. So if we say we used 1, click save, and then click save again, or click the back button to go back. You'll notice that it says the part number that you used and how much you used. And you can go back and add more parts by clicking the plus in the upper right. Next will be your Notes tab. And this will be for equipment notes. So there's a difference between equipment notes and work order notes now. The notes that you enter here will go on that piece of equipment. And you can either attach a picture or a note. And to add a note, you'll click the plus in the upper right, put your description here, and then click Save in the upper right hand corner. And you'll notice that any notes that you enter will be listed here. All right, and then once you've done your info, problem, parts, and notes, you'll click the back button and you'll see that that piece of equipment is listed here. And next you'll go to notes, and that will be your work order notes. And this is the actual call notes. So you can add a picture of the equipment here or just go and add your note. And this will be a summary of what you did to complete the repair. Again, I'll just put testing. So save, and then like the equipment notes, it will list the note right here. And once you've added your piece of equipment and your parts and problems, and then you put your work order notes, you'll want to go back to the info tab. On the info tab, you'll change your substatus to call complete. Oops. So call complete. And you'll need to enter miles traveled, labor, and drive time first. Then we'll go to call complete. And then once we click save here, you'll notice that it came off of our board. So once you click the save and move it to call complete, it will no longer be on the board. So let's go into a store inspection. So on a store inspection, it'll be pre-populated on your board, and it'll be on there every 2 weeks. And all of your equipment will be listed here. You'll have to go into each piece of equipment, put in the rental status and the hours, and then you'll notice a tab over here called Task. This is where you're going to complete all tasks for that specific piece of equipment. And in order to complete these tasks, you'll slide over and choose Not Applicable, No, or Yes. Once you choose this, you'll notice that it'll go from active to yes, no, or not applicable. And once you went through all of these and added your problem, parts, and notes, and you go back, that piece of equipment, once all are completed, will say complete next to it. So you'll know which one you've already been in and completed. Your lift inspection and PMs will also have these same tasks, but they'll be different by the equipment model. So next we'll go to the equipment tab over here. And in this section, it's actually going to list all the equipment at the stores that you are assigned to. So you'll see here. So if we just go into one of these, you'll notice over here on the right side that it gives you the basic information for the equipment. So the tag number, the unit number, the contract number, the equipment status, and you're able to change the equipment status here as well as on the call. So you can change the status of the equipment at any time. It'll also tell you your last PM date, service date, the date it was installed, warranty, end date, and all GPS information. And on the next tab is your attachments. And this will show you any attached piece of equipment to this equipment. So any trailers that are attached to it would be here. And then the transfer tab is the equipment transfer. So in order to complete an equipment transfer, you'll go to the piece of equipment that you want to transfer, go to that transfer tab and click the plus, and then you'll click the transfer to, and then you'll choose the store that you want to transfer it to. And then you'll notice, is this a new store for this equipment? So if it's going to a new store, you would say yes, and it would ask for the Home Depot unit number. Once you click save, it would list it in this section of the transfer, so you'll have transfer history of that piece of equipment. Next is the GPS. So this is where you can go to track your piece of equipment, and I'll tell you exactly where it's at. You can also update the GPS information by going to view and edit GPS info, and you'll enter the new ESN and then click add to GPS, and this will update in our system. Next will be your contract history. So if this piece of equipment has ever been rented, all the contract history would be here in a read-only format, and then all work order history will be listed on the next tab. Right. So the next section will be your Home Depot stores. And in this section, it lists all stores that you're assigned to. So we'll go to here. And this just gives you the basic information of the store, who's assigned to it, and the address. Next would be your map. It just tells you the location of the store. And the next tab is your store performance tab. Which gives you the store's performance information and how the revenue over a 12-month period for each piece of equipment. The next tab, or the next section, will be My Employees. Under My Employees, this will list everyone that's under you. So if we go here, it'll tell you the basic information of this employee, their phone number, their email, name, and job title. You can email straight from the app by clicking the little envelope next to their email. And the next tab down here at the bottom is called Location. This will give you the GPS information for this employee. So now everything's in one app. Next will be your time off request. And in order to complete a time off request, you'll go to the plus in the upper right and choose your time off reason, the start time and the end time, and click save. What this will do, it'll send to your manager for approval, and once approved or denied, it'll send an email to you as well as put a status here of approved or denied. All time off requests will be listed in this section, so you'll see all time off request history. The next section is the My Parts. So if we go to My Parts, this lists all parts in your inventory where you have a quantity on hand. So we'll just choose a piece of equipment, choose a part here. And then you'll notice that the default tab is the info tab, which will just give you the name of the part, the quantity that you have available, and the description of that part. The next tab at the bottom is the tech-to-tech transfers. This is how you'll transfer a part. So you'll choose your specific part, click the tech-to-tech transfer tab, click the plus in the upper right, and you'll notice that the product, and that's the part that we're on, and then the quantity that you want to transfer, you'll type in here, and then the to warehouse is going to be who you want to transfer it to. So that'll list everyone in your area. Once you have that in there, you click the save in the upper right, and it will send an email to the parts department for the parts department to complete that transfer.